Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of events have been happening. We had Deku, Kendo, and Bakugo. These three were attacked whenever they were about to go out on a bit of a small mission, and Bakugo's car was nearly totaled. Now, Deku, he tried to talk down Helen, but that was not really doing too much. She was still trying to attack him and take him down. But whenever she found out that he can turn into different aliens, she thought that something was off, and she went to go retreat. Deku, however, he tried to give chase. He called in backup, and they were able to take down Manny before backup arrived. Deku, he was quite alarmed at what they discovered after interrogating everybody. Helen was reasonable, Manny was not. And after discovering what they were doing, it was alarming. They thought they were taking down threats to Earth, and a friend of theirs perished in the ensuing chaos. However, he's actually in another dimension called the Null Void, and that makes them feel a lot better. However, they've also discovered some of the people they sent to the Null Void were not bad people. In fact, they had to think about that. They need to fix this problem, and they agreed to go into the Null Void together to not only find their friend, find people to help stop the invasion on Earth, since it will be an oncoming threat, and something that they can do to properly help save this planet. Now, Deku also discovered that Ghost Freak was alive, and that was not very good for him. For the last few years, he has lived life comfortably, knowing Ghost Freak was dead. But now he's not. Now he's out there, somewhere drifting in the Null Void. And he doesn't like it. Now, with that being said, Deku, he has been doing quite a bit. His relationship with Kendo has been getting better. Meanwhile, there actually is Mina. Mina, she's still trying to discover who she really is. Discover what she is. And whenever they do get back into the plumber database, that should help. They can find out exactly what an anodite really is. And that is a bit of an issue. Whenever Melissa was able to come to town and build this device, they were able to get it installed in the plumber systems. Just walk in, flash your badge, and hey, I just need to go use the database real quick. So they hooked it up to a terminal, and that was that. Ever since they got back resources into Plumber Database, they've been doing quite a bit. They have been searching the world using satellites, using certain scanners, and doing whatever they can, even trying to find abnormal temperature readings. And they found a few odd things. The plumbers are handling it, yes, but there's also some things that the plumbers aren't handling, especially because certain log reports claim it's business as usual. And Kai has had to do something very, very simple. Write them down in a notebook and report back nothing. So, that's what she's been doing. So far, she's been trying to at least find out what's going on. There are certain things that she has written down. Energy readings in a weird area, something not right with the atmosphere, and they've been trying to do what they can. And there actually is Deku. Over the last 2 weeks, things have been a bit complicated. Kendo got a little bit busy, and he got a bit busy as well. The two have gotten together a few times, but it's been iffy. She's been trying to deal with a personal life and a plumber life, like how Deku's been doing so for years. And it has been a little weird to her. Her parents know, yes, but trying to balance out certain things, it hasn't been easy. Though Izuku has been doing it for a while. And she has also discovered something very, very weird. Deku acts a little bit more different whenever he's actually getting serious. Whenever it's time for action, he almost has a complete 180 flip. And it's sort of weird to her. She sees Izuku act a lot more professional, a lot more with training rather than emotion. And it's sort of weird. Now, Currently, Deku, him, Kai, Bakugo, and Mina, they're all on a mission, and things have certainly been interesting. The Forever Knights are trying to get more weapons, and the DN aliens, they have made their own attempt at stealing their supplies. And currently there actually is Kai's ship. It is flying down. Right now, her going to tell Izuku about what to do. And Deku, he doesn't understand. Currently, him running over and seeing the ship. Him going to actually leap off. As you're on the ship, does a stare at Deku. Him disappearing into a flash. As you're on Deku, he does get a turn directly into Jet Ray. Him flying down and diving. Him spinning back around as there's a chaser to the ship. Him trying to think about what to do. And there actually is Mina. Mina does get to bring her hands down. Her going to get ready. As right now, she does going to put on a plumber jetpack. Her going to fly out and bring her hands up. Her blasting down into the wing of the ship as currently there actually is Deku, who blasted down at the other wing. And the vessel does start to dive down. Now, the craft currently is going down towards the ground. And Deku, he does get to notice this. Currently, him speeding up and moving forwards. Him moving up to the nose and bringing his hand out. Him beginning to push into it as there actually is Mina. Mina does get to bring her hands up. Her trying to grab the plane and create constructs. Her trying to twist the wings as she currently is trying to put more weight down on the left side, helping Izuku. And the two, they try to pilot the ship away from the city. Now, currently there actually is Deku. Deku, he actually has to use his wings. Him going to break in the air as the ship it is flying forwards. And the DN aliens aboard, they are trying to figure out what to do. They've lost all control and things are not easy. And currently there actually is with a ship that goes smashing down outside the city into the forest. Deku flying down, as so does Mina. And whenever Deku does bring his hand up, he has to use the Omnitrix, turning back human and going to actually turn directly into Swamp Fire. Him going to bring his hands up and walk over to the ship. Him bringing his hand up and beginning to superheat the metal. And whenever he does so, he's going to bring his hand into it, ripping into the metal and pulling off the door. Him going to chuck it down as the aliens begin to attack. Deku bringing his hands up and blasting some of them away with fire. Some being blasted back, as others, they are trying to get the weapons. And Deku, whenever he does get aboard, he has to bring his hand up. Him tossing down some seeds as they do begin to sprout inside of the ship. And many of the aliens, they're not ready for that. And Deku, he does start to use his flames. Him taking some of them down, as right now whenever Deku, he does think that it's all secure, he does just don't stand there. Now, he does start to walk around, trying to find out what the Forever Knights might have been trying to do with his equipment. Though, it's a bit strange. Mina walking in, and currently says a turn, seeing Deku as he does go stand there. What is it? Not much. Listen, I'm trying to get a read on something, but it's faint. Do you think that you know where it is? Not really, no. What are you reading? I don't know. Listen, it's just... Hang on. There's... Her walking over. And Deku, he does get a turn human. Right now him looking around and thinking. Okay, so... No. He took them all down. If there were any here, they would have either booked it or they've already gone off the ship. Some did leave whenever they were going down. Possibly higher commanders? People who report back. That must be it. Okay, so they're clear. Now, Deku, he does a walk over to Mina. Her bring her hand up and grabbing onto something. Her actually asking Izuku for help. Him bringing his hand up and grabbing onto the box. Him helping to pull it open as right now a shipment of weapons does gonna fall out. Her gonna look down and seeing a few things. Him taking a whiff of the air. And he does get a turn asking if she does smell that. I thought that was Swamp Fire. No, that's not him. Honestly, if it was, I wouldn't be able to tell. Right. It smells pretty bad. It does. Him turning and pointing out. He thinks it's one of the barrels over there. Deku's staring at a few. That's gotta be, what, like 20, somewhere around there, barrels of, oh God, that's not gasoline. Gasoline smells different from that. It couldn't be oil, because unless there's a ton, you wouldn't smell it. And Deku's helped change the oil in a spacecraft, and it didn't smell that bad. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over. Mina bring her hand up, talking about it, trying to see if there's anything inside. Maybe figure out what's happening. She's getting some sort of. No. Her stepping forwards, throwing her hands out and grabbing directly onto Deku's back, talking about how they need to. Her throwing her hand out in front of them as one of the barrels does go to fly forwards, exploding. Now, this is where many of the parasitics, or DNA alien parasites, they do try to attack. Right now, some of the barrels are actually going to explode and spark. Now, this has been quite a bit. And the aliens, they're sent flying forwards. Deku and Mina flying out of the ship in the bubble. Now, the two, they're being tossed around. However, Mina, she is trying to keep the bubble stable. Right now, Deku and her smashing into each other and even falling onto the sides. The force sending them tumbling as there actually is Deku, who does actually land where the bubble is a hit into a solid rock. Him smashing down as Mina's come falling onto him. Right now, him going to turn and look up, bringing his hands out and catching onto her. As right now, he does just going to sit there. Him going to just throw his head back. Okay. That. Good timing. Her actually somewhat going to look up. Her trying to sit up and stand. How she's going to lean forwards. Her right now going to open her eyes as she's right in front of Deku's face. Her a lot more alarmed as Deku does go look up. Now, Mina, she can feel Izuku's breath on her face, and it's kind of alarming. However, she quickly does have her face turn red and jump backwards. Sorry. I'm just. You're fine. You okay? Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine. Though, I didn't realize those things were gonna explode until I felt something bad. Right. Good senses. I know. Now, both Deku and Mina, they do have their comms buzz, and they both go to answer. Currently, Bakugo and Kai trying to ask if both of them are okay. And Mina does try to express. They're both fine. And Deku, he does try to talk to Bakugo, trying to tell him about the situation. However, Bakugo, he ultimately does hang up after hearing Kai talk to Mina. Now, Kai, she does talk about what happened. The ship sort of went up in smoke. They can salvage some parts from it and see what they can really find, but that's about it. However, they'll come by and find them. See about maybe wherever they might be. And Mina, she does agree. Currently, her gonna sit there, we're gonna bring up her hands, and letting down the bubble. As she does go look up towards Deku. That was close, huh? Yeah, it was too close for comfort. Him looking up at Mina. Her gonna turn her head and stand up. Deku staying onto his feet, as she does gonna turn and walk away. And Izuku, he's pretty concerned. Now, they scavenge the ship. They don't find very much, but Bakugo gets some pretty good tech, and Kai does try to at least see what she can get from here. Maybe put something into her ship that she might need. Maybe upgrades, or hey, why not even just, ransack this entire thing? She knows a place where they can hide it, and that can help out in the end. And Bakugo, he was definitely up for it. This thing, it may not be capable of intergalactic travel, but maybe with some work, just maybe, that on his mind. And we do actually have where the next day Bakugo, he is putting the finishing touches on his car, trying to make sure everything is okay. Him actually installing a few more upgrades. And that is where Deku does come walking up. Currently, him going to actually lean against the car as Bakugo does get to hear Deku do so. Him rolling out from underneath, talking about it. Hey, 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 it's new paint. Besides, he already buffed out everything that fucker did to it. Glad to see he didn't change. Right. So what's up? I need advice. Advice on? You know. Listen, man. You told me about it yesterday. Whatever happened, it wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't actually kiss her, did you? My memory's a bit hazy from everything. My adrenaline was too high. Right, right. Listen, man, I think you're fine. Kendo won't overreact if he did. Just tell her it was an accident, and you'll be okay. It's not that hard. Right, right. Hmm. Anything else? Not really, no. Just wanted to see how it was doing. It's fine. Did you need to go somewhere? Because I'm not a taxi. No, no, I got my taxi right here. Him holding up his watch. And Bakugo, he's a bit confused. Right. Whatever. Listen, I've gotta do something. Yeah, might need to head out. You don't want me to stay? I'd rather you not. Bakugo gonna walk inside. And Deku, he does begrudgingly understand. Him running his finger along the hood of the car, not really understanding too much about it. Fast, powerful, and durable, especially after what he's seen it withstand. Quite a piece of tech. Ingenuity. And, well, foreign to this planet. There's a lot he sees when he looks at this device. A lot he sees when he looks down at this wondrous creation. Though, a bit too savage for his liking. I'm going to turn and walk away. Now, with that being said, currently, Deku does do quite a bit of things. And he does go to Burger Shack. I'm trying to think about a lot. And right now, Deku, he is going to take an order, or get an order, and sit down. Him having some food, and thinking about a few more things. It's been a bit weird, but after everything happening, it's just been strange. How exactly are they going to track them all down? Kai's looking into atmospheric readings. There's that strange thing they gotta check out. And then there's the atmospheric readings. So far, nothing's really changed. Popped up. So they've got to deal with that. As far as they know, they're getting closer. Although, maybe Kai can intercept certain transmissions. See what they can find. The plumbers have the most advanced satellites. It wouldn't be that hard to do. Catch any transmission heading off planet and investigate it. Maybe actually see what they're planning. If they are, well, trying to hide in plain sight. And that's going through Deku's mind. As you do currently have, at the same time, over with Kai. Kai's ship has been well hidden outside of town. And currently, Jet Ray does go to land. Him going to turn back into his normal form. As Rhino uses to walk aboard. And Deku, he does get to see Kai. Her currently doing a few things. And typing into a console information. Her gonna actually turn and write a few things down in her notebook as she's gonna turn back. And right now she at least does a turn in her chair. Deku staying there. So what'd you find? Not much. Though I do gotta say, Mina showed me Mr. Smoothie, and it has been incredibly helpful. I've already had like 3 of these today. I know. Pretty good stuff. Though, I do prefer standard actual solid food. Especially after a lot of the stuff I've done in space. I'm sure you do, but you do like your exotic stuff, like your Gramps, right? I'm more attached to home. Uh-huh, sure. Even then, you still do eat weird stuff. Her gonna turn, expressing. She found quite a bit of things, though she's also worried. Hmm? You are. I'm gonna walk over. Him gonna actually grab her Mr. Smoothie cup and take a sip. And I'm gonna talk about it. They put too much banana in this. Hey, that's mine. Her snatching it from his hand. What's up with you? Listen, I'll be honest. I need to talk about Mina. Oh, really? What do you need to talk about? I know she has a thing for me. Oh, um, well, sort of. But what'd you need? Her gonna turn and step away from the consoles. And Deku, he has to watch her stand up. Him talking about it. Listen, maybe it's just his imagination. But there's a lot happening. But he does want to talk to her. Understand a few things that maybe she can help him out with. Him currently going to turn and bring his hand out. And Kai's a bit confused. Deku stepping forwards as Kai does take his hand. Her trying to ask, what's up? And Deku, here's to wrap something around her wrist. It, going to right now, close around her as with a shocker. Her gonna fall onto the ground. And Albedo does go to smile. Too easy. However, simple enough. The standard human. No, he was right. They did add too much banana to that shake. Now, Albedo, he's got a lot going through his head. But mainly, he wants to be rid of this human form. It is certainly weird. Along with that, with the information he does have, he'll be able to take down Deku quickly. All he has to do is take hold of his friends and family. And currently he's at a bend down, picking up Kai and going to leave. Now, we do actually have Mina. Mina, she currently does get back to the ship. Her doing so, let's say, somewhere around or over 30 minutes later, and walking aboard. Her currently going to walk aboard and turn, looking around. Kai? Kai? Her going to walk over to the console. Her grabbing her Mr. Smoothie cup and going to shake it around. Since it's all... Oh, it's not frozen anymore. Her setting it down and going to turn. Her walking over and into the hallway. She's not in the kitchen. She's not in her personal quarters. She's not in the training room. She's not in the simulator. She's not anywhere. She's gone. And Mina's gonna walk over, knocking on a door and not getting a response. If you're in there, I'm sorry. Her opening the door, and there's no one in the bathroom. Right. Okay, so she's not here. Her gonna turn and walk out. And she doesn't head to the kitchen right now and sit down. Her gonna eat her lunch and think, trying to actually call and communicate with Kai. Since she put her Mr. Smoothie cup in the freezer, at least the one she just got her. She wasn't gone that long though. Did she find a lead? That in her mind. And currently, let us cut to the real Deku. Deku comes to the ship, and whenever he does arrive, there actually is no one here. Him gonna walk into the training room, and there actually is Mina. Mina was doing a few things. However, whenever Deku came in, she turned, hurting out one of her headphones and asking if he's seen Kai. No, I haven't. Though, what's up? Not much. Her actually going to get off the ground, talking about it, gonna stretch. She's just a bit worried. Though, Kai can take care of herself. Maybe she's... No, I already messaged Melissa. You have? Yeah. I don't know. If she's anywhere, she'll pop up, right? I'm sure she'll be around. Though, maybe she headed out for a bit of a hike. You know how she is. Yeah, maybe. Though she would have responded by now. It's been almost an hour. Has it? Yeah, maybe she fell and got hurt. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go check that out. They're gonna turn and quickly move out of the room. And right now, Mina does gotta do a few things. She was trying to get a bit of a workout in. Though she went for a jog this morning, did a workout before school, and then maybe she's just trying to keep her mind busy. We're gonna turn and do a lot. Now, there actually is 15 minutes later, and after she got out of the shower, she got dressed and was gonna head out to maybe try and help. However, whenever she came walking out, she went to her room. Her going to actually get some spare clothes, as she does go to do one thing. She does go to look around, and no one's aboard. Bakugo's probably still working on his car, though he's probably outside. We're not going around the corner. Her gonna actually look up and see him. Him gonna actually turn and somewhat smile. Him gonna ask Mina if everything's okay. Everything's fine. Though, did you find her? No, I didn't. Though, I have a few questions. I'm gonna walk up. And now Mina is a lot more surprised. As Deku gets right up on her face. I need you to answer them. What's up? Listen. I need to know. Is there anything between you and me? What do you mean? I don't I don't understand the question. I'm just saying. I'm actually still gonna lean in and ask Mina again if there's anything between them. Izuku, I don't. Well, that I. What's gotten into you? I'm fine. I'm just asking a question. Listen, I know it's strange finding out you're an Inadite, but her currently gonna stare at Deku confused, turning her head and watching him stare at her. What do you mean? I'm just saying. It's gotta be weird to find out. I mean, learn? Izuku, we still haven't gotten into the system. Oh. Right, sorry. I've been a bit busy, you know. Uh-huh. You're acting... You're acting really weird. Her bring her hand up, and grabbing him by the face. No mask. It's not something trying to pose as him, but it's definitely not him. What is it? Him bringing his hand up, grabbing one of hers, asking her if she's okay. I'm fine. Though, your question, you asked if there's anything between us? Yeah. Can I get a solid answer? You've been by me for years. I just want to know. I've been having this strange feeling. I don't think Kenda would like that. Well, maybe I just want to do something for me. Her is staring at him. Explain. Not much to explain. Though, her gonna push him away, talking about it. Who is he? And Albedo, he does get stare at her. Maybe he should have done more research. Though, maybe not. Now, he has to bring his hand up, grabbing onto the Omnitrix, and Mina does to watch on. Alarmed because it might actually be him. It's going to turn him right now into Big Chill. And Mina does go stare on, watching Albedo phase through the floor. Her alarmed and going to turn. Her going to run, as right now there actually is where Mina runs down the hall. Her alarmed and going to turn, bolting out of the ship. And there actually is Deku. Deku, here's a walk around. Currently, him going to actually turn, walk aboard, and look around. Seeing Bakugo pull up as Mina's a smash right into him. The two falling backwards, and Deku's a smash down onto the ground. Mina, a lot more alarmed, and going to sit up. Her actually. Oh god. Wait. Izuku? Hey. You okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. Her bring her hand up. And Deku, he has to watch her aim a blast directly at him. Bakugo getting out of the car, asking what the hell is happening. Now, Deku does a turn. Bakugo talking about it. Okay, listen. He knows that Mina's feisty, but maybe that's a bit too much. I mean, hell, shit's already been weird enough. They don't really need to do that here. Now, Bakugo does go a step forwards. However, Rhino Sling does a smash right into his face, and he does a hit the ground. As Deku stares at that, Mina going to actually turn and try and scramble off of Deku. Her going to look directly at the car, watching Bakugo get pulled up and then thrown upwards into the ship, him smashing onto the ground. As Albedo does perform solidly, and he does a stand there as Big Chill. And Deku, he doesn't know what this is. And right now he thinks Big Chill escaped the Omnitrix. However, Mina doesn't bring her hand up, yelling about how he needs to stop. Now, Albedo, he has a stare directly at Deku, his red eyes telling them everything. Now, Deku doesn't bring his hand down, and Albedo doesn't try and blast at Deku. Right now, him actually going to fail. Mina bring up a shield as Deku does a transform into Jet Ray. Him would actually fly up into the air and over. As Jet Ray, he does try and blast out at Big Chill. Now, the two, they do to fly up into the air. But Albedo does try to make things quite clear. He's not going to win. Fact of the matter is, he has done something great. And if he does want to see his little friend again, then he'll listen to him and follow his orders. Otherwise, things won't be too pretty for her. Now, Deku, he does not like this. And Albedo does make things quite clear. Whenever they meet again, he's going to get the Omnitrix. Don't think it will be that simple. And Albedo, he has to turn invisible. Him gonna turn and fly off. And Deku, he has to fly back down to the ship. Rhino Mina carrying Bakugo aboard since he's injured. And Bakugo, he does go sit there on the ramp. Him still confused by what the hell just hit him. And Deku, when he does gonna land, he's gonna walk up. Rhino Mina gonna run out and bring up her hand to Deku. Deku gonna actually bring it up and ask, so, can she explain to him what exactly happened? I mean, why is there a guy running around like him? Or, why is Big Chill out of the Omnitrix? What's something that only Izuku would know? What do you mean? What's something that only Izuku would know about me? Go. Oh, I'm assuming that guy, he he looks exactly like you. Face, voice, almost everything. He looks like you as a human, not as an alien. That's pretty bad. Something only I would know about Mina. Hmm. Mark sacrificed himself against Vilgax. Mina lowering her hand. It is him. Okay, so that does explain a few things. The way he was talking, he didn't know about Kendo till she brought her up. Call Kendo. She might be in danger. Deku gonna turn, and he does not understand. Currently, him going to do so. However, when he's gonna call Kendo, he's got a lot going through his head. Deku, bring up his phone and why is there lipstick on his face? Now, Deku does it wipe it from his lip, and he's a little surprised. That means, oh, she didn't. Deku gonna turn, and Mina, she does gonna turn herself and walk away, a bit more alarmed by what actually did happen. Though that doesn't count, right? I mean, oh God. Great, great. She kissed him by accident and she thought she got away with it. Though that imposter guy, he doesn't know anything about Izuku. Looks like him, poses like him, tries to act like Izuku. Is that how he thinks Izuku acts? I mean, what? An irresponsible kid with a watch? Hmm. So he's never met Izuku, so that's weird too, but he had his own Omnitrix. That going through her mind. And Deku, right now he's gonna just act like this didn't happen. Since, yeah, that's gonna be a weird conversation. Okay, so I'm gonna call Kendo. And Kendo, she's told about the situation. Her confused, but then even more confused. Since what Mina said sounds crazy, though he saw it for himself. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.